Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics. So, what do you call it when Tories loudly complain about something they say Labour have done, but it turns out that actually they did it while they were in government? Because I'd like to discuss a bit of Tory brain fog, as some were out in force this weekend to attack the latest bit of nationalisation, part of the national grid in this case, but seem to have forgotten that actually it was the Tory government that nationalised it. But first, if you'd like to be kept informed on political commentary, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. So the news came out on Friday that the UK government have taken control of the national grid's electricity system operator. Its job essentially is to make sure there's enough electricity available to meet demand. It was part of National Grid PLC, which is like almost every public service in this country these days, privatised. Now, this small part of it has been nationalised. Cue all the right-wing mouthpieces up in arms about it. It was led by Andrew Neil, who still claims to be a journalist, and his tweet was promoted by, for example, Conservative MP Joy Morrissey. Now, I'm going to pick on her because she worked at the Treasury until recently. So she should have known what really happened here, because the Treasury, of course, will have stumped up the money. And what really happened is that Labour didn't nationalise the ESO at all, although they are delighted with their new acquisition and have wasted no time linking it up with GB Energy. But anyone who's been watching a lot of my videos will know I'm regularly urging people, don't read too much into a headline. Read the full article if you want to say something on it. And Andrew Neil, along with any other Tories who wanted to gnash their teeth at this, would have done well to have taken that advice in this case, because the article actually mentions that this decision was made by the previous Conservative government because of concerns of a conflict of interest in being controlled by the national grid. I've linked in the description below a document which was published by Ofgem from May 2023, over a year before Labour came to power, in which it describes this government plan, this Conservative government plan, to take control of the ESO. Let me quote a line from the document for you. This is intended to be achieved in part by creating full independence of National Grid Electricity System Operator, ESO, from National Grid PLC through nationalisation. In other words, the Tories saw an organisational weakness with capitalism and decided that socialism was the answer. And Morrissey was working at the Treasury when this was happening. So what does it say about her interest in her ministerial duties that she didn't know about this? Or is she just lying? In fact, what does it say about those at the heart of the Conservative Party in general if they didn't actually know what they were doing? That they were actually doing Labour's job of nationalising organisations of vital national importance? Because for all the bashing I've done of the Conservatives in power, I'm going to say this for them. I actually think they may have nationalised more than the last Labour government, although I don't think they'll be doing as much as the current one. Because the Tories had also nationalised about a quarter of our train services as well, hadn't they? Labour are just finishing the job over the next few years. So although the nationalisation process of ESO has technically happened with Labour in power, because it's just been completed this week, it was actually decided by the Tories, and most of the process conducted while they were in government, including sorting out the money. I find it both hilarious and tragic at the same time that the Tories are whining about something they did. It shows just how little they knew about what they were doing in government. In terms of the benefits to the public, the original intention was to just not have the group which plans supply needs of our electricity owned by the same people who provide it. But Labour are expanding their remit to manage gas supplies as well. So it's going to be like one organisation which deals with strategic planning for both net zero and ensuring all energy supplies for homes and businesses. According to Labour's Ed Miliband, they'll be working on building the network needed for our net zero future. In other words, it's very likely Labour would have nationalised ESO anyway. They certainly wasted no time incorporating it into their energy plans. But nonetheless, the most remarkable part of the story is the Tories nationalised something, then seemingly forgot that they nationalised it, and now blaming Labour. Of course, even though Labour have only been in power for just over 2 months, it's not the first time the Tories have blamed them for something they did, and it certainly won't be last. But it may be the funniest example we get of it. But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can join for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.